We don't know each other like we used to know each other. I'm serious, not a joke. And so I really urge you, presumptuously, to say this. If you're a good politician, you're good at interfacing with people. You can get people to trust you looking at you and knowing what you're saying to them is true. Your word is your bond. You break it once, man. In the Senate of the House, goodbye, Charlie. I'm not joking. It's fundamentally different. But if you say, I've got to do this because this is my constituency, this is important, I know it's not to your, you get it. The end result of all this is, in my career, I have been asked to do the eulogy of the most incredibly different people. Strom Thurmond, 100 years old, on his deathbed. I get a phone call from the hospital, from out at Walter Reed. And it's his wife, Nancy, saying, Joe, I'm here with the doctors at the nurses station. Strom asked me to ask you whether or not you'd do his eulogy. And I said, well, Nancy said, no, Joe, it's important to him. Would you do his eulogy? Well, you know, people change. I'm not making to rewrite Strom Thurmond. He was a segregationist. But when Strom Thurmond got elected to the United States Senate, the second time around, the New York Times had a big headline in I can't remember the year now. Strom Thurmond, Hope of the South. Because Strom Thurmond decided that separate but equal was not right. Not that blacks and whites should be together, but if you do separate but equal, you had to spend as much money on black schools as white schools. By the time Strom Thurmond left the United States Senate, he had, I'm not making a case for him, but he had more African Americans on his staff than any United States senator had. More. Strom Thurmond had an illegitimate child with a black woman. Never denied it, never stopped paying for his upbringing. There's a lot of strange people, a lot of different people. No, I mean, well, I bet I could look at you and I could find some strange things too. No, but I'm really serious. Think about it. Think about it. And so when you sit down with people, I mean, the idea that I got Jesse Helms to vote to fund the United Nations, I'm serious. Went to Jesse Helms's Jesse Helms' funeral. You know what Jesse Helms talked about? Before he died, he said, I made a big mistake, Joe. I should have never said what I said. And by the way, I didn't get on with him at all. But know what he said? He said, I should have never said what I said about, you know, all those folks just got out of trees not long ago like monkeys. He said, I was wrong about that. I want to take it all back. People can change, but you got to know them. You got to talk to them. Doesn't mean you'll do it, but things can change. And folks, we can't go through another 4, 8, 12 years, what we did the previous 4 years. We can't do it. And a lot of you have a lot of experience in foreign policy. The rest of the world looks to us. They look to us. We're the only organizational capacity of any nation in the world to pull these things together. Who else will do it? They're good people. The Brits, the French, the Germans, a whole range of people. But you think any of them can do it? They're looking to us. We can do it without sending troops. We can do it without a war. We can do it without all the things that are the downsides. And I think with your help, a lot of people, with the help of the leadership here, we've done a pretty damn good job so far of putting things back on track. So please, don't listen to those who say don't talk. You're smarter than most of these people are. You know what you want to do. Well, I'm serious. Think about it. How many people get here just purely based on prejudice? Just purely based on the kinds of things that are just lies. People change. And so I know I drove Barack crazy when I'd say, I know. Politics is all personal. But think about it. How in God's name do you think I got Yoon and the Prime Minister of Japan, after World War II, never speaking to one another and hating each other because of what happened to the women, to sit down and sign a treaty together, Camp David? How did that happen? What changed? Not their publics, but they realized what they had at stake. And they decided to move something. So my point is, I've looked at all your I shouldn't say this, but I did. I've looked at all your backgrounds. You're smart as hell. You're incredibly, incredibly qualified. So please, reach out. I don't want you to compromise on any principle you fully disagree with. But just understand the other person's perspective. It's a way to get to go, because if we don't do that, anyway, I'm confident you're going to be able to turn this around in a way that we continue down the road we're on. Yes. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you all. And keep it going.